Hello, everyone. I am Rohi Kustaj, the Director of Energy of Breath Institute. Welcome to our YouTube page. This is going to be a brief gamma activation and also an introduction to what gamma is all about. First of all, I'd like to mention Core Love and his website, www.g.life. The work that I'm sharing today originates from his body of work, which is extensive and is all about higher brain processing power, reorganization of consciousness, and the activation of our higher sensory abilities, development of the light body, and basically leading to planetary evolution into our next level harmonious functioning. So it's very powerful work. And it has been so life-changing for me personally that it is the basis of the work that I now do, and it has been what supports and continues to support the development of my creative endeavors and how I combine gamma with my unique talents to make a difference in the world. So I'm very excited about how it's developing, and as you'll see through my website, there's a lot that I do with it. I travel around the world doing massive gamma activations that combine visionary art and music and dance at festivals, Burning Man events, meditation symposiums, and consciousness gatherings of all types. So, what is gamma? Gamma is our highest order brain state that we can be in, and there's many levels of it. And it is accessed by the stimulation of our pineal gland and the release of dimethyltryptamine, or DMT, also known as the spirit molecule, which gets secreted naturally in our brain. Many people seek this out by going to sacred sites and working with shamans and the like, and I do bring people to do that too. But what is amazing is that we can now easily stimulate and activate being in this consciousness state through these breaths anywhere on our own. So we are the masters of our own consciousness development, thanks to Core downloading and conceiving and creating this body of work. So throughout the ages, ancient civilizations and current communities have found ways to do that, and maybe they take a little longer. Monks may meditate for hours and hours and cultivate a practice over years to get there, or elite athletes by being in the zone, or artists who have honed their craft and continue to be masterful channel creative flow through being in the gamma state. But now we can more precisely measure and get into the state by a few simple breaths, and even more advanced rapid techniques that can be cultivated by developing our brains with the breath and then working with Core further with other techniques. But here I am sharing the breath. So by doing a breath sequence that takes a minute to do, we get into gamma, and we're going to be doing that here today. A little bit more about the gamma state is that we also then are navigating through all our different brain waves, which are beta, alpha, theta, and delta. And you probably, those of you viewing this, have heard of those and how they work and what they're for. So I'm not going to get into all that in this video right now. That can be research done separately or on a different post I'll provide. But what we're doing is breathing through these different brain states with combinations of mouth and nose breaths to then elevate our brain frequency into gamma, where we're stimulating all regions of our brain at once, and also the release of serotonin, dopamine, GABA, and the dimethyltryptamine, endorphins through our bodies, and signals and messages to all our cells to operate at our next level and higher functioning state. When we're in gamma, we're also processing memory. So as humans, it's inevitable that we store memory. It's recorded in all our cells, in our brain and neural pathways, and hence different behaviors, belief systems, patterns, reactions, emotions that we tend to, ways that we interact with others, and ways that our life is unfolding is all based on our memories and how we've reacted to them, how we've recorded them. What's really beautiful about gamma work is that we can use the energy from these memories, which we call charges, process them actively to then generate gamma energy, which is converted from the memories into this gamma, and then actively, consciously use this energy to go in the direction we want to go in. We create neural pathways that are new with the gamma energy with the focus that we want to create. And this is how we can generate a very balanced life. We want to look at in Gamma all areas of our life: our communication, our skills, our purpose, our legacy, our relationships, our family, our friends, our health, our receiving, our giving, our capabilities, our abilities, our community, everything, our connection to nature, to technology. We look at all of it through Gamma, and the series of activations that I do through my website and through My Mojo Yoga online and in person with my clients and groups and around the world has to do with a balanced development, full spectrum development in all these areas. So today we're going to have a little taste of an activation. We're going to take maybe 15-20 minutes to do that. So that's enough of an introduction or explanation for now. So now we're going to do our first Gamma breath. Again, thanks to Core for this. It's been life-changing for me, and I'm very happy to share it. Since I've cultivated a lot of Gamma, you're going to feel a lot of power from doing this with me. We're going to use mudras as well, hand positions, and why we do that is that the brain waves are signals that also reflect through our hands and different fingertips, or fingers. This one is palms together. This first breath sequence, again, will take about a minute to do. We're already going to feel a shift in state from it. And for this one, we're going to take 3 seconds to inhale, drawing the breath fully from our abdomen, and then 3 seconds for each exhale where we gently compress our belly button to our spine. Here we go. In mouth, out mouth. In mouth, out nose. In nose, out nose. In nose, out mouth. In mouth, out mouth. In mouth, out nose. In nose, out nose. In nose, out mouth. In mouth, out mouth. In mouth, out nose. In nose, out nose. In nose, out mouth. One more set. In mouth, out mouth. In mouth, out nose. In nose, out nose. In nose, out mouth. And in mouth, out mouth. Excellent. Now we just rub our hands gently and relax them. Close our eyes and just sit back and immerse into the gamma state, breathing easy for a few moments. Good, and we can slowly open our eyes. You might still be feeling some sensations. For some, it might be really pronounced. For some, subtle, but it might be like an altered state or tingly, buzzy sensations or what feels like lightheadedness, other things like that. That's part of getting into the gamma state and the brain processing charges, letting go of patterns, and DMT release starting to happen. So today's mini activation is going to be about feeling good. So we're just going to do a couple more breaths where we amplify feeling good, and for that we're going to access memory where we felt really good and reactivate it and generate new neural pathways that are going to inform our brain to process more in that direction in the days to come and cultivate more of that space, plus generate the blueprint for our body to take action steps in the direction of feeling good. So let's close our eyes and let's access a memory of a time in our life where we felt really good. It could be earlier today, it could be in childhood, it could be last night, it could be about anything. It could be in connection with someone else, like an intimate moment. It could be a moment in nature. It could be dancing or being at a celebration gathering or in meditation practice, eating something delicious. It could be anything. I'm just giving some examples. So just let that memory arrive, and if something else opposite to that is coming up, don't worry about it. That's just what the brain might do sometimes, but it's coming up so we can process the charge into gamma. Even so, try to focus on something good. So let's keep doing that and tune into as much detail as possible, the visuals in the situation. If other people were involved, notice them and the interactions. Any thoughts that were present at the time and how we were feeling in our body most of all. And any emotions that might have been present having to do with feeling good. What we want to do is freeze frame the most powerful moment of that. Doesn't matter any circumstances before or after or anything like that. Just hone in on the most powerful feel-good moment. Now we're going to open our eyes. And we're just going to go with what's happening. The other thing to know is that those of you breathing with me right now all benefit from those who breathed with me before watching this video. We all sync up in the gamma state. There's no thing as before and after and space so much as just all connecting in a gamma consciousness, and we all amplify and exponentially benefit from each other's feel-good states that we're going to take into the gamma state now. So for this, we're going to do this mudra. And this breath is a little more complex than the one we did before. In this one, when I say medium, that means 3 seconds to inhale, 3 seconds out. Slow is 5 seconds in or out, and fast is 1 second in or out. All right, so let's do it. In mouth, medium. In more. In more. And hold. Out mouth, in mouth, medium. Out mouth, in nose, slow. Out nose, in nose, medium. Out nose and mouth fast. Out mouth and mouth medium. In more and more. Out nose and mouth slow. Out nose and nose medium. Out mouth and nose fast. Out mouth and mouth medium. In more. Even more. And now let's hold. If you must, just exhale mouth anytime. Otherwise, hold with me. Feeling all this energy flowing, activating everywhere. And out mouth medium. Excellent. Now we're going to do something a little different. We're going to inhale and drink from a cup of gamma. As we swallow, feel this light flow throughout our body, and exhale, relax for a little bit, breathing however feels good. Awesome. We begin to slowly open our eyes. Some of you might be feeling pretty elevated still. That's okay. After we do this practice, those of you who can could just sit and relax or lay back for a while, basking in the gamma glow, though it will stay with you for quite some time after. All right, so we're going to do one more amplifying, activating kind of gamma breath. For this, let's close our eyes, and this time let's tune into a time in the future. It could be right after this video, or later today or tomorrow, or next month, anytime. Let's see a future image of ourselves feeling really good. And I get this is pretty generalized, but in more specific activations with me, we go into detail in very specific things we want to manifest. But for now, seeing an image of ourselves feeling really good. It could be anywhere. Sitting at home, at the grocery store, at the beach, on vacation, at work, with friends, with family, you name it. But the right image is going to come because we're now in the gamma state, and it's going to inform us, and it's going to happen. We'll be in that moment in the future and be like, ah, yes. All right. So feel it in our bodies, that feel-good state, what it is for each of us right now. This is how we brain train. This is how we generate and manifest and create our reality by design. This is how we activate our higher sensory abilities and get into gamma. This is how we create our reality, how we harmonize. All right, so let's open our eyes. Now we're going to do that same diamond mudra and do an amplifying breath. This one's a little different than the one we did before. Let's inhale mouth medium. In a little more. And more. And out mouth medium. Mouth, nose slow. Nose, nose, medium. Nose, mouth, fast. Mouth, mouth, medium. In, mouth, medium. In more. And more. Out, nose, in, mouth, slow. Out, nose, in, nose, medium. Out, mouth, in, nose, fast. Out, mouth, in, mouth, medium. In, more. Even more. And hold again while you can. Amplify this amazing, ecstatic, energetic state everywhere. Close your eyes and feel it even more. Feeling good, bringing neuropathways to forward, present from the past that are good, generating new ones to future, bringing them to now, and exhale. Now we bring our hands to our mouth and inhale, gamma. Exhale and just breathe easy and relax, dropping in for a bit. Awesome. Can gently open our eyes. It's a pretty elevated, amplified state. This is the gamma state. So you can do this anytime, any place. If you memorize that first sequence we did, the basic gamma breath, which I'm also going to have written on my YouTube here, then you can access this state that you activated anytime and continue to grow it, and then allow the gamma state to inform you with new action steps, with information that's useful, so you could keep generating your life in the direction you want to, and you can do this with any topic. So now we're going to do a closing breath called the Zeta breath to integrate what we just did, and then this will inform our body. So we'll notice ourselves going in directions that are fruitful, that will bring us more fulfillment and feeling good. Our body is wise. If we stop overriding our body with patterns from the past that no longer serve us, then we can grow into our actualized selves and keep expanding from there. So that's what this breath is for. Palms together. This one is all medium, which means 3 seconds in or out. Mouth, mouth. Nose, mouth. Nose, nose. Mouth, nose. Mouth, mouth. Nose, mouth. Nose, nose. Mouth, nose. And mouth, mouth. Excellent. Again, eyes closed for a few more moments. Relaxing our hands. I'd say we're all kind of buzzing by now, feeling really good. That's what we activated. So let's bask in that. And we can gently open our eyes. Excellent. I know I really enjoyed that and happy to share this work with everyone on the planet. And any more information, you could go to my website, energyofbreathinstitute.com. I have MP3s of guided gamma journeys on there for download, info on sessions, on groups, on workshops. You can invite me to teach for you anywhere in the world if you'd like, or do individual sessions with me, long distance, or here in Florida if you're here. And blessings. Have a beautiful gamma day. Namaste.